parental advisory. My transgender cat Siamese identifies as black but acts Chinese. Like a hacky sack, I treat the whole world cause I got it at my feet. Can I explain to you that even myself I'm a danger to? I hop on tracks like a kangaroo and say a few things that do to anger you. Dad, if I think that, I'ma say that. Cancel me, what? Okay, that's it. Go ahead, Paul, quit, snake. You male cross-dresser, fake. And I'll probably get for that, but you can all. In fact, them, Dre, Jimmy, me, you, my own kids, the brass. They can off, them and you are, you too, Paul, got two biggest root paws. What you thought you saw, ain't what you saw. Cause you're never gonna see me caught sleeping, see the kidnapping, never did happen. Like Sherry Papini, Harry Houdini, I vanish into the thin air as I'm leaving like abracadabra. And for my last trick, I'm about to reach in my back, bruh. Like abracadabra. And for my last trick, just like that, and I'm back, bruh.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Two of the 7 contenders for the Lamar Hunt Trophy are set, and we're underway in this AFC Wildcard game. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit! He's down shy of the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Finding Collins. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 46. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Again, this is Mitchell. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here's Mitchell again. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on 4th down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Jake Elliott on now to attempt this field goal. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. The kick by Hopkins is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's the first look for the rookie out of USC. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Back to the well again. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. It's a gain of 4 there. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Make it a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Let's go.
They give it to him again. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
On the ready.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Okay, break.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Let's go now. Go.
Another carry for him. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long. Back to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
On the double.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Ready.
Back to throw, needing a first. He connects downfield on 4. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. And the kick is good. And the Browns one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Sanders all set to send it away. Dell now to return it. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. The screen pass falls incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And now it's 2nd down. A give to Mitchell, running left. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Back to throw now. He's on the move. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Go.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Second and 6 coming up here. the 48. Cut out left. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
To number 5, Josh Palmer. A gain of 7. First down, Titans.
We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Mitchell gets it from the gun. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Lonnie Tavai ranging in for the stop.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 37. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. This time they're going to get there and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Throwing deep towards the end zone. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
The ability to track the ball. Right, ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Third and long for him here. He sends this one to the end zone. And that one's incomplete. Pretty fortunately so. That was a big risk. Nearly an end zone turnover. Instead, it brings up 4th down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Ready.
Now looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick. Knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes. And if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
That's no good. The veteran mishits one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table. So following the missed point after, the chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. He fields it from the 8. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. They're down to their final one in this half. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick 6. He lofts it deep left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. An incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Viking 18. Go.
Trying the right side. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Setting up a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
Fair catch called for and made, a little shy of midfield. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Titans will enjoy some great field position on the short side of the field. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now a give right side to Mitchell. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along your routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Throwing deep for the end zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
60 Eagle.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go. 79 Broncos.
Back to throw. Connects with Johnson. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
Let's go now.
Pass play coming here. It's another 1st half mistake. He's intercepted again. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. 2nd time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough 2nd pick 6 to watch.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he has enough room to gain about 4. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. The Browns are on the move here. Second and 6 coming up here.
Ready, go!
They go right back to ETN. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing now on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Awareness. Awareness is so critical of where those defenders are down the field to find that open receiver. But it's just as important, Kate, in the pocket. Having awareness of what's going on around you, the QB didn't. And the defense registers a sack.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
18, Pioneer. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the 1st.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st and 10, looking to throw. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and it's going to be 2nd down.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Let's see what they went with on third down. He'll look to throw. He beams one deep right side. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Cleveland. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Browns trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Tennessee calling its second timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 2nd and 3 now. He's dropping back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, is exactly how you get it done.
Well, last play didn't work out too well. Looks like they're going ground game now. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock here with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. Returning it from the 4. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this 3rd phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Let's go.
They've got first down from the 31.
Check go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Bronco 80. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. Now we give to ETN running right. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. No return on that punt. And the Titans will get set to take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Throwing from the gun here. Searches from the pocket. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Mitchell up the middle. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Browns take possession off their 2nd interception of the game.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop the potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking for a throw here. Has it down close. And this is down all the way to the 3. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Take go.
They'll try and punch it in. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
On the double.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Go. Ready.
Running it after the penalty. Has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns parlay the interception interception into points. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns take a slim 2-point lead. Sanders all set to send it away. Dell now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And a man is there to knock that away. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. So 2nd down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. He's on the move. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's a throw. This ball's caught by Palmer. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Let's go.
On the handoff, here's Mitchell. And that's good for a gain of 5. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka gets there to take him down. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Mitchell again. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That was Kenny Clark on the tackle. Given 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their 1st. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Third down, 1 yard to go. Slot man motioned over. Again, this is Mitchell. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on that game. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. 1st down play, nets and 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They'll run. This is Mitchell. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. A give to Mitchell, running left. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. 1 quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. It's Titans football, and their postseason rides on this. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Mitchell takes it straight ahead, and he runs it across. Touchdown! The Titans take a 4th quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired, but that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Titans jump in front now by 5. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stopped at the line. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing now from the gun. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked out by Tyson Campbell. And the Titans get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
1st and 10 from the 41. Misses Mitchell. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Ready? 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. The give now to Mitchell. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Running right with Mitchell. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
Got all of it, and this is good. And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
From the 29. That's incomplete left side. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Pass didn't work on 2nd. Let's see how that affects this 3rd down.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. 70 Lion.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Pass play now. Off the mark there, incomplete pass. This one intended for the running back. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll throw it. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Handoff now from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
ready.
Facing a 4th and 12, but this offense is undeterred.
19, Tiger, 19. Set.
He's back to throw. He lets one fly deep downfield. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Handoff here to Mitchell. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Pickup of 7 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They'll run it here on 3rd down. And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Titans leading by 8. A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. This will be a 44-yard look. The kick by Hopkins is good. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Return's looking good so far. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They go play action here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They're throwing it. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go.
Now to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Still sticking with the passing game. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
They are throwing it again. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I mean, you could see it right there. The trajectory of the ball changed as it was in flight. You know, on shorter throws, receivers, they can focus, they can adjust quickly. But on a long-distance throw like that, a tip, well, it really alters the course of the ball and makes it so tough to make an adjustment in time.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Let's go now.
To throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Lined up in victory formation, and the Titans take a knee. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. Lining up to take a knee on second down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can. There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
The Browns take over first down at their own 20-yard line.
On the jump.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Set up.
Getting right back to it after that interception. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, you take a huge negative sack like that.
So it's a win on the road for the Titans. And you never want to count out those wild card teams once the postseason begins, right? We've seen a few go on magical runs before, and they've officially begun theirs here, fighting their way to next week's divisional round games. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Titans are your winners, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.